I would say I have a unique relationship with Phoenix. I can trace it all the way back to when the company was formed, and I think it was 1981. Since then, I've done quite a lot of work for Phoenix in their repertory. In 2002, I was invited to be director, and obviously leaving and stepping down in 2006. So this is my first time back. 8 years it's been. The piece is called Mapping. Because of my obsession with maps first, I just like wiggly lines from above, and I don't know why, but I like organization. I have a feeling that most choreographers like straight lines and diagonals and all those things. My daughter gave me a book of photography from above, of Earth and landscapes. It was so wonderful and beautiful, and I thought, well, I'd love to do something like that in dance, but how? Then I came across some silent movies that were done from a camera from above, and filming people laying on the floor and trying to act and move at the same time. So that gave me a great window to use that as a vehicle. My father was very ill during this time, and while he was ill and I'd go visit him, he would be always telling his story. And it's quite an amazing story of a very unassuming, uneducated, passive man. He's one of those people who just, by chance, has just collided with people, and it's pushed him in different directions. And somehow he always turns out to be, he's done really well for himself. With struggle, obviously. It's a journey from the East, from chaos, but he's in the middle of this chaos. I just kind of imagine my dad as being quite surreal and looking at this. It starts off in the East. The costumes will kind of reflect that as well. To make the change from the journey from the East to the West, we lay a line down, in a sense preparing for our perspective from above. But it also shows that great journey of migrants and immigrants that came across in the 50s and 60s. So I'm kind of part of that story. My dad came over for about 5 years, worked on the railways, saved his money up, and then brought myself over and my mother. And looking back onto it now, I didn't know my dad for the first 5 years. The perspective changes, which in a sense for him became from a three-dimensional world of organized chaos, which is pretty much what India is, in a loving way, to this two-dimensional world of the West, where he couldn't speak the language. He was restrained and restricted. It was cold, wet, grey, and that's what that kind of abstraction is. These dancers are very exciting, very technically able, and I've enjoyed working with them. Coming back hasn't felt like coming back because I'm in a new building. The dancers are all completely different. I think it as a new thing, and maybe that's what Phoenix always has stood for.